Good morning. I'm out here on the trail this bright, sunshiny morning in San Diego County. I am at roughly mile 50 or then some of the Camino de Santiago, or San Diego in my case. I'm walking the Camino all 480 miles virtually here where I am and tracking it online. And technically right now I'm in the city of Pamplona, famous for its toreadors, or bullfighters. Maybe it's not something I believe in, but an amazing part of that culture. And it's fun to be doing this. And I have more than 400 miles ahead of me. And I'm here. I'm glad that you come back to watch this journey as I experience this walk and these miles and share my thoughts. And I want to talk a little bit about the thoughts themselves, the ideas, the structures, and my approach. And what I can share with you is that in a world of increasing artificiality and organization and structure and intelligence, that's not what this is. I'm here to bring you conversations where I might not have the story all mapped out. It's a conversation. You're here. I know you're here. You're watching. You're with me. But I'm here to speak with you. And just like when you take a long journey with someone you love, or your friend, or your family, you don't plan out the conversation. You might have something you want to say to somebody, but generally, things happen more organically. Even when you're at work, you get around to it, you get things done. But the conversation, the focus, is a little more natural. It occurs. And while for me, the topic for today's video is still a little blurry, I do have some ideas and experiences that I want to share with you, especially over the last couple of weeks where I've been focusing a lot on what to do after being laid off after 23 years. Well, I can share with you right at the top that I have some work. I have a new job. It's not a full-time job, but I'm working on projects and by contract with a great company. I'm so grateful. Doing super cool creative work in the tech field. It's really great. And I'm not going to talk too much about that because it's not what this is. I still have plenty of time to be out here on the trail and get my miles in step by step and share with you, to let these ideas breathe. And over the last few weeks, of course, because I'm launching this thing, I watch way too many videos on how to be successful on YouTube. In fact, I would argue that the majority of videos on YouTube are about how to make videos on YouTube, which is a bit like a snake eating its own tail, you know what I mean? What is it, the Ouroboros or something like that? I know I got that word wrong, but you know what I'm saying. And there used to be a time where YouTube was filled with more organic content, people sharing whatever, moments of their lives. Remember vlogging? How great that was? Where did that go? And there are experts online that will tell you, no, you need to be targeted, focused. You need to set up a promise and deliver on that promise and edit for retention to keep them along, or else they're going to drop off and you're not going to go viral. Be that as it may, I think having structure like that is a good thing, especially if you're waffling around like I am. But let me tell you, it's also handcuffs. Right? It can also be a cage if every video, every idea has to be structured in such a way where it's 5 things, 3 things. These are the logical steps forward. Yeah, I know that's important if you're trying to learn something. Like, so for example, recently I changed the spout on my tub. We're in the middle of selling a house and I needed to do some fixing on the tub in the second bathroom. And of course, I went to the shortest video because I just wanted to know, how do you fix the tub, right? I didn't need to know the whole backstory. But that's not what this is, right? YouTube provides a platform for so many different forms of communication. And this is more like a conversation. It's more like sitting in the car with me or walking with me on the trail on this incredibly bright day. So, for me, templates feel like a little bit of a handcuff or a cage. And hopefully there's room for us creators who like to create stuff that are kind of off the cuff all right? That it starts from the heart. It starts from the heart. The message comes from here, from your faith, from your belief, from yourself. And then the brain can follow and start to spin up the stories, spinning the plates, and then the mouth can deliver them to you. And I can share with you like how beautiful it is out here too. Right? So nice. I'm way lucky. I'm so fortunate and grateful to be out here on such a beautiful day and have the ability to do this. What I'm not here to do is to teach you how to walk. You already know how to do that if you have the physical ability or the benefits of walking. What I can tell you is it's great. Just go out, get started. Why are you waiting? It helps with stress. It helps with burning calories. It helps with your metabolism. It helps with your sleeping. It helps in so many ways to get in touch with the world around you. Say hello to your neighbors. But that's not what this channel is really about. You know that, right? What it's about is to share these amazing ideas that pop up during this journey of belief and faith, right? The Camino de Santiago here in San Diego County. So these ideas I talk about, right? Another thing is these ideas don't always show up on time and on schedule. Good morning again. You can have a great idea, but it might not be fully formed, especially when you start talking like what I'm doing now. And as you talk through the idea, it starts to form and you start to create the message. And what that leads to is that sometimes the conversations can be messy and not so polished and perfect and scripted. That's the last thing I want to do here. I might do some research and get some ideas, right? Some talking points, but I don't want to be trapped by those handcuffs, nor do you want to hear that. I don't think, if you're listening to me, right? It's more about being there, being together, connecting. Imagine if every conversation you had with your family and your friends was scripted. I went through that when I said goodbye, or when they said goodbye to me. The entire phone call was scripted. My boss, the HR, scripted, to the bullet, to the point. And that just doesn't feel great, right? As people, we deserve more, right? Especially connecting at this level. Right? Speaking from the heart, the head will follow. It's not always going to be on time or on schedule. Sometimes it takes time for ideas to form, and that sometimes ideas are messy and not quite there yet. But that's okay, and you can share that because, hey, we're on a journey. I don't have a destination. I don't know where I'm going. I'm walking in circles some days, but I know that if I at least take a step forward, I will get to where I get to, and not only where I arrive be the amazing place I need to be, but also the journey. The journey, and that's what this is. It's sharing the journey with you as I recreate myself, and I know many of you are going through the same things. Like, yeah, so I found new employment, new job. It's not the same as my old job. No benefits, I'm more free, but it's incredibly creative, and I'm working with these incredible people who I know, who I used to work with, and they believe in me and have faith in what I can do, and we've done some projects. I'm talking to another company as well to help with some training, and like all kinds of good stuff can happen now. I'm free, right? I can do whatever I want to do, and I can pick and choose where I want to work. And in that sense, oh man, the future is a beautiful place. I had no idea I would land here, especially now at this time. What is it, November? At the end of the year? Wasn't planning on this, but where I am now, it's right where I need to be. It is. So my last idea to share with you is to believe in yourself, to do things your way, right? The way you do them. That's so important. People will tell you things, and maybe what they're saying for you is, remember what I've told you. Remember how I do things. This is what works for me. It may not work for you. And I would prefer to see you do you. as you do you. Does that make sense? You know what I mean, right? If you feel so compelled to follow a formula, I would recommend trying it your way. And I'm not sure what that way might be, but you do, right? And I would like to see more of you and your ideas. And so if you're still watching, I've created a Substack. I'm doing some writing. I'm probably going to be launching my audio podcast again through there as well. I'll share more about that as the days go on. But right now, I just wanted to share this such an important message that it's so important right now to preserve humanity. Right? That's the connection, to preserve humanity, the messy, unplanned, spontaneous existence that we're in, right? You know what I'm saying. You hear what I'm saying. I want to see more of that. My favorite creators don't use scripts. They just speak off the cuff. And it feels like you're with them. You just want to be with them because it's a sense of true connection, not something that's been engineered or artificially intelligence. It's organically and human intelligence that we're looking for, that we're experiencing here. Anyway, that's my message for today. I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about, but I think I've got the idea across. If you're still watching, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.